Hi. So in this video, we are going to see a specific use case of WhatsApp Flow. So what is WhatsApp Flow? So WhatsApp Flow is basically tool, or you can say that feature built by WhatsApp to make the customer experience really good for companies. So in this video, we are going to see a specific use case of AP government. Like we will build some services, and based on the selection of that service, user will see the specific fields. So first of all, we will see how to create a WhatsApp flow. Like you can go to the Transport platform. You can see here the WhatsApp flow section. Click on that, and then here click on create new flow button. As soon as you click on, you have to write your flow name. Like I am writing here demo test doc 1. You can write any name for your flow. Select the category. So WhatsApp has provided some predefined templates for you. If you want these templates to be used and your use case match these templates, you can directly select that and move on. So there are some predefined templates given by WhatsApp. Or if you want some other use, if you want to work with some other use case, means you want your flow to be blank, just choose the other option. Select your WhatsApp integration. So WhatsApp integration is basically when you have created your bot, you have integrated with WhatsApp, means you have added the WhatsApp integration. So you have to select the WhatsApp integration. Like I will select OneSpoke Dev. You have to give the first screen name. Like I will give it as welcome, and it will automatically configure the screen ID for that screen. So click on create flow button. So it will create a new flow for you. So you can see that your demo test 1 doc 1 demo test doc 1 flow is created for you. So here you can see all the cards you can use in your WhatsApp flow. Text heading is, you can give the heading for your text. Subheading is, you can give the subheading for your text. Text body, text caption, rich text, text input, text area, radio button, and all these are the components you can explore it. So here you can add multiple screens. Whenever you will add the screen, you will have to give the name, and you need to maintain or read the instructions before giving your screen name. Or you can import your screen. If your screen is already made, you can simply import that and then click on create button. Then here you can add as many as screens you can add. Also, you can click on these three dots. You can edit your screen name. You can delete the screen, as well as you can export the screen also. So we will move on to the use case. So this is our use case. So we have built one bot, you can say that WhatsApp flow, and here you can see that the user will select the service. Like services will include Aadhaar card, PAN card, and all. And based on the selection of that service, these fields will be rendered. So if it will select Aadhaar card, the Aadhaar card number will be displayed to the user. If the user selects PAN card, the PAN card number input will be displayed to the user, and accordingly the WhatsApp flow will move forward. So if you want to use these cards into your WhatsApp flow, just you have to click on that card and it will appear here. So I have clicked on text heading. It has appeared here. So I have already built this WhatsApp flow, so I will explain it how to build it. So please make sure that you always use the dynamic variables. Since if you use the dynamic variables, you can change the values through the process. You will see later on what is process. So there is one image tag. So I have one to, you can see here the image tag. So I want to show the user the image, this image. So I will use this image tag. I will click on this use dynamic variable. You can simply upload this image from your local system. I have uploaded that. You can give the width, you can give the height, which is optional. You can give the scale type as content or cover. Also, you can give the aspect ratio, as well as you can give the alternate text for your image if the image doesn't render. Secondly, I have selected the drop down card to show the services to the user. Okay, here you can see the preview also of your WhatsApp flow. So from here you can see the drop down. So I have clicked on that, and this drop down has appeared in my WhatsApp flow area. I will click on use dynamic variable. So each and everything I have made dynamic dynamically. So what terms I have made it dynamically. So I have just created dynamic variables so that I can update anytime from the process. So for label, I have created service label. So how you can create a dynamic variable? Just click on that. Click on dynamic variable. Add your dynamic variable name. So I will click on dynamic variable label of services label. You have to give one sample. Sample will not be automatically rendered, or it's not like a default value. Just WhatsApp flow need understand like what type of value it will consider. So I will add sample like services label. You can save that, and after that your services label will be added here. So dynamic variable services label. Okay, so I have already made the service label, so I will select that. Output variable is where your input given by the user will be selected. There is options list, like a list of all the services will be stored in services list. Like we, to, I don't want to provide the services statically. I want it to be passed from process. So I have used the dynamic variable, and the services list will be passed from the process. So as I am taking all my data or interacting with process, so I have to click on get data from API option. Here I have made a required is true or false, or you can make the dynamic variable also. Services visible is also a dynamic variable. Is enable is also a dynamic variable. Now I want to assign some constant variable, like whatever the user will select, like on select action will be selected in my selected service, and selected service has is what my output variable. So whatever the service the user will select, whatever the service the user will select will be stored in my selected service variable, and that is stored in my on select action constant variable. That is what assign constant variable. Next thing is the input, mobile number input, text input, all the things I have made it dynamically. Label, output, variable is a static since it can't accept dynamic variable. Required input type, which is of many types. I have taken it as number, visible, minimum characters, maximum characters, and helper type. Similarly, for Aadhaar number also, I have made it dynamic. Aadhaar label, output variable, required input type, visible, min max, helper text, and all. For PAN card also, I have taken the same. For driving license also, I have taken the same. For ration card number also, I have taken the same. You can give the init value also. Init value is just like a default value you can provide, but if the user doesn't input anything, the default value will be taken as the field. Similarly, we can take the input income certificate number also as a text input, and use dynamic variables for all the things. Like all these text input cards are all same, so that's why I'm not explaining each and everything. I have already explained all this in the previous text cards, like in Aadhaar and mobile number. Next is text body. So Aadhaar number check. If the Aadhaar number is not valid, So the error text body message will be displayed. So last thing is its WhatsApp flow is just like form, you can say that after filling all the details you have to click on submit. Like, so there is a footer button here, and the footer button card, if you click on, it will come here in the WhatsApp flow area. And if you click on this, you have to give the label. So here you can give it dynamic or static. I have provided it static. You can give the left caption, center caption, right caption. So left caption is, it will appear here above the, just above the button. So I will click on it. Is left caption. Center caption is not applicable in static case. Right caption is, click on submit. So you can see that left caption and right caption, and is enabled by default. It's enable or not, or you can simply select true or false, which is static. One click action is complete. So if you click on navigate, it will the new screen name, you have to select where you have to navigate. So in this case there are no like screens we have made. This is a single screen, so none of the option will come in the drop down. Second is complete, means you have submit, the user will submit the form and the response will be collected in, collect as in the form of payload. Data exchange is what, like you have to move to a next screen and the data is coming from like process. So this is the WhatsApp flow we have made for made for the government services. It's just like user will select the service, and based on the service, the below fields will be rendered. And after clicking on all, after filling all the details, if user will click on submit button, the res- uh, response will get submitted, and we can access the fields you entered by the user. So after you have created your WhatsApp flow, just you have to make sure that if you are using dynamic WhatsApp flow, if your WhatsApp flow is dynamic, means you are using dynamic variables which will be, which you can change the values from the process. So just click on settings. Here you will see all the screens and its payload, like whatever the variables you have made and assign the values, dynamic variables, this all will come here. Dynamic variables and its screen name and its type will come in the dynamic variable section. You can create from here also. This is configuration. You have to enter the process URL. The process URL will come here from the process section. We will see that this process URL, if you copy it from here, it will come here till here only. You have to add the API key and WAPA number extra to it. And after all your configuration, you have to like click on build flow. It will make it ready to be published. And after clicking on build flow, the build will be created. And next thing will is that after building process is done, like it will show, it is showing that flow built successfully. The next thing is to publish. So as soon as you publish it, your dynamic flow will be live. So so you can see that it has been published. And if you want to make changes, just make it a draft, make changes, and build, then again build the flow, and then again publish it. Okay, so you can make the changes, build the flow, and again change the, again publish it. So now we will see the process. So you can come here in the process section. So here you will see the process container. So process container is basically where you can, is a single store where you can add multiple process. So I have made one test container. So I will click on that, and you can see that I have made multiple processes under this test container. So now I will show you how to create a process. Just click on new process, give your name, select your method get and post, and click on create. So as soon as you will create the process, it will show workflow errors. So we will see how to resolve it. So if you click on this process, so there is no access control. So firstly, you have to create the API key for your process. So go to the process page, click on access control, add API key. The API key will be given for you. Just you have to add your name for your API key. I will give it demo doc one. You can add this API key to all the process, but it is not recommended. Assign to selected process. Just now I have made this process. I will assign it to this, or you can add it multiple, and just click on create. So this demo doc one is generated and it is assigned to demo doc one process, which active hours is 24 hours. You can edit it later. Expires on it is now never. You can use AES and auto encryption. You can add department IP address as well as department domain name and all. This is your API. Now we will go to our process. Now you can see that this access control which was previously empty, now it has been added the API key. So now we will. I have already made the process for that WhatsApp flow, like the government services. So we will navigate to that. So this is my process. So I will click on process workflow. So what the thing is that whenever we make WhatsApp flow, so we send the data to Meta, and Meta verifies it and do all the things, and then it displays to the user. So all the things Meta does is in the form of encryption and decryption. So all the things we have to send to Meta, we need to encrypt and send, and then the Meta will send the data to user or ourselves. It comes in the decrypted form, and then at the end, our end, we have to encrypt that. So this there is one boiler template which will be provided, or I will add in the description of this video. So the boiler template starts from here. So whatever the output, like whatever the payload of the user input. So what the thing is that whenever the user will submit the form, a payload, or you can say that JSON will be created. So the JSON will be stored in context.request.body. So I will just assign the value of context.request.body to output variable. Now I want a WAVA number and organization ID. So what how the OneSpoke team has made, there is one internal database. So this is the URL of that internal database. We will query the database with the GET request and get the WAVA number and organization ID, and I will store that in private key object. The next thing is that this is the code for encryption and decryption. So just now I have told you that whenever we have to communicate with Meta, so we have to encrypt as well as decrypt. So this is the boiler template for encryption and decryption provided by Meta. So you have to just like copy and paste this. uh, Till here, the next thing is that we have to move ahead, like decrypted body. So from Meta we have got the body payload. So we will decrypt that and store in the body. Body dot action. But action it will provide body dot screen. The screen names it will go in body dot screen. Body dot data is that whatever the whenever the user will initiate the WhatsApp flow, the flow token gets generated. This is the unique token. It will store in body data, and from now whatever the thing user will enter, it will store in body.data. Body.version is like WhatsApp flow version. There is one specific version associated with the WhatsApp flow. It will go in body version, and the body will get assigned this action, screen, data, and version. So now we'll move to next thing, which is switch case. So what the thing is that action body dot action, it is equal to ping. So what the thing is that Meta continuously is the ping command, and it takes the status of your WhatsApp flow. So if the status is active, it will move forward. Okay. And if your action is equal to init is like you can say that the initial state, whenever the user will initiate the WhatsApp flow, what we have to show to the user, it will come here. So as soon as the user comes to the WhatsApp flow or initiates the WhatsApp flow, we will show the service. So you can see here, I will show you. So as soon as the user will initiate the WhatsApp flow, we will show the service. Not below these these fields, these mobile number and below fields will be not added initially. First, user we will show the services list. So services list is here, and payload to encrypt is we will the user will input the things, and then we have to encrypt that and then send to will input. It will get stored as a JSON. So we have made the variable payload to encrypt version. What is the screen name whenever he will initially arrive? Data is data, and we have included the spread operator, and using the spread of the previous things in the data will also be included in this data. And whatever the things like service label, we have given in it through process. Services list is this services list is service visible, that service component visible, services unable, mobile number visible, mobile number visible, Aadhaar number visible is false. So first it will show the services list, and the rest other things will be false. So now as we are using process, so it will, if it is equal to data exchange, so if the user comes to the welcome screen, if you the user will select the service. So we know that we have made one selected service variable. So on select action is selected service. So whenever the user will select the service, means on select action, it the selected service value will be assigned to on select action service. So equal to these service, so we will render the specific things. So if it is equal to Aadhaar card, so we will render the screen which is welcome screen, mobile number visible, mobile number name and Aadhaar, and mobile and other fields will be entered, rest other fields will be false. And after all successful input, we will like move on to the final part, which is submit part. The same will go with driving license, ration number, pan card, income tax and all. I will show you of driving license. So if the user selects ration card, the screen will be welcome, since we are in the same screen and the only one screen is available, and we are not using multiple screen. So mobile number will be visible, Aadhaar field will be false, PAN field will be also false, driving license field will be true, and its all field will be true and its value, and ration number and income certificate will be false. So in this way, as soon as the user will put its driving license number and mobile number, it will be redirected to the submit button, will means the last end of the workflow, which is this. In this, the whatever the user has inputted, we will make that, we will take that payload, we will encrypt it, and then we will send to Meta, and Meta will do things, and later on it will be displayed to the user. So in this way, you can make the WhatsApp flow, and we can link that WhatsApp flow to the process, so that we can make a WhatsApp flow more of dynamic, and we can send values, or you can set the values like true or false and all through the process. So it gets very easy to manage WhatsApp flow through process. So if you have to build your process, so just click on build process. It will build your process, and then just click on. So from here you can copy your process URL, and in configuration you can enable the process logs. Now at this stage it is not showing the logs, so in future it will show logs. After you have built your process, just click on deploy. So it will get deployed, means your process and as well as WhatsApp flow is deployed, so you can test it on your WhatsApp. That's it. So this is the use case of the replica of Epic Government. Thank you.